All right, so we are back, and today we will assemble verse number 4 and possibly even start verse number 5. There's a small verse after. Okay, so Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Okay, let me see if there are any new members. New members. All right, so for everybody who is here, or let me do that announcement maybe a bit later when there are more people to have joined. So let's start. Yeah. So we had word for word. I had, because I was not fully ready yesterday.
Just a humble reminder, have you started the recording?
The recording is going on, yeah. Recording is going on.
Okay, yes.
So yesterday I was not so clear about certain words. Yes, I have confirmed. Yeah, this Shurpanakyaha is of Shurpanaki, feminine 6-1. That's fine. One more word which was not so clear yesterday to me is Mrijita Patharujaha. Patharujaha. So I would expect it to be Ruj, because many nouns are formed from verbal roots, and they look just like the verb, and that's why I suspected it to be any of these 4 options. But the actual, I've looked into the commentaries on this verse, and the actual noun is ruja, and it's made. It's a feminine noun, ruja, the fatigue, yeah, the journey from the fatigue, and that's made into masculine rujaha because it refers to Rama who had fatigued from the journey, and that fatigue was removed. So anyway, this is 1-1 actually. That is the nominative singular, yeah. So then it aligns together with all other words in 1-1. Okay, so this was clarified for me yesterday, and yeah, let's start do the Anvaya. So in Anvaya, we always first thing we search for verbs. So who can tell me a verb from the verse, an action word?
Tyakta.
Yes, but it's not a verb. It's first of all, it is inside the samasa, yeah, and it's just a descriptive item. It's a visheshana of rajya. It cannot function separately in this verse as a verb. So who can tell me an independent verb?
Vyacharat.
Vyacharat is one. Vyacharat. Yeah.
Avatan.
Yeah, and avatan is the second one. Let me. Too small. Vyacharat is one. But you remember it's avatat. Yeah. Avatan is because of the sandhi. The next word starts with naha. Yeah. No. That's all. Thank you. We've got our 2 verbs here, vyacharat and avatat. You see, there is a difference between
What are the meanings, Nityananji?
Sorry?
What are the meanings of these 2 words?
Okay, vyacharat, he wandered, and avatat, may he protect. Yeah. Let me see. Did we put the meetings yesterday? Moved around, yeah. And avatat, may he protect. Yeah. So let's start. Who is the karta? You see, in Sanskrit we call the subject karta. Karta literally means the doer. Okay, so karta will be in the because the verbs are in active voice, okay? He did, may he protect, okay? The karta will be in the first case, in the first, vibhakti. So what is the most specific word in the first vibhakti that is there in the verse? What's the best candidate for being the yeah?
Kosalendra.
Kosalendraha. Yes, exactly. Kosalendraha. Okay. So next, Kosalendra is described as other. First of all, let's start from the beginning. Tyaktarajyaha.
Yeah.
Okay, one announcement that I was just thought about, one tip in the Zoom conference. You are automatically muted when you are joining, actually. But if you wanna speak something, you can use the space bar on your keyboard and hold it. And when you hold it, you can ask a question or comment. Once you release it back, you will again be muted. So that's the setting. So yeah, you don't need to manually like you unmute yourself. You can just use your space bar.
No, but right now, when I ask the question, I'm not using the space bar anything. It is unmute.
I think
and
you are
I'm asking
unmuted.
right now.
Yeah, you are unmuted. But when you are muted, I believe when you mute yourself, you hold the space bar and talk, and then you will be unmuted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Next, so Kosalendra is Tyaktarajyaha. Okay, this is a Visheshana of Kosalendra. What other Visheshanas are there? What are the descriptions of Kosalendra? More descriptions. Okay, we search for the same first case singular. Yeah. What other words? It's good you have.
Anuvanam.
So Mrijita Patharuja. It's useful if you have that file or image or your notes from the past class with where we were assigning the cases for all the words, because in that way you will not be lost. Because I presume you kind of have it with you. So Mrijita Patharuja, okay, who's the fatigue of whose journey was removed. Next,
Tyakta Rajaha.
Tyakta Raja, I already put, yeah.
Vyacharad Anuvanam Prabhuji.
Well, no, Vyacharad is a verb. Anuvanam, it will be something else. I'm asking the Visheshana for Kosalendra.
Visheshana.
Visheshana means adjective or any other word that describes what.
Khaladava dahanaha.
Khaladava dahana. Yes, good. Khaladava.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, yeah.
Prabhuji, pranam, sir. So we haven't attended the previous week because
yes.
we'll know about this today only. So what we can do, because it is
we are now actually analyzing the verse which we have started from the previous meeting. For all the new participants, I will take a few minutes at the end of this class and I will just describe what we are doing, just so that you know.
Okay.
Now you just try to kind of blend in. We are basically putting the verse together, like the verb, the subject, the object, and all other parts of the verse. We will tie it all together in one graphical scheme. And that's what we'll be doing.
Okay.
And a bit later on, close to the end, I will describe just in general what are the dynamics of our reading room. Okay. So
Okay. Thank you.
Dahanaha, who was a burning of basically a forest fire for the evil. Another.
So can you just show the previous screen, because I did not receive the file. I can just take a screenshot.
Okay, please. Yes, some of you have not received the one thing is mobile users are not receiving the files that I upload on the chat. Maybe that feature is missing in the Zoom. So I'm working presently on having all these notes available for download from the internet. You can give me a few days, just be patient, and it will be really in a very nicely way organized. Actually, I'm working on making a website. So you know, it will take a few days. For time being, you can just take notes on by pen and paper, those who are not unable to receive the notes which I make during the class and upload on the chat. So yeah, please cope with me, and in few days we'll have a very nice arrangement. Let's see, there are some other nouns that describe,
Baddha Setuhu.
yeah, Badha Setuhu. And one more.
Aropita Bhru Vichrimbatrastadbhi.
Yeah, let's just shorten it. Bru Vijrimba and yes. I believe that's the last one. Okay, let's move the verbs a bit on the side. So
There's one more there.
oh, okay. Oh, we forgot something.
Yaha.
Oh,
It's yaha.
okay. Yes. That's actually an important one. So one short sentence is there which we can make in the end. Kosalendro, may he protect. May he protect. May the king of Kosala protect. Is there an object? Protect whom?
Naha.
Yes, exactly. Naha,
Us.
protect us. So that's one sentence. May that king of Kosala protect us. Naha can have three options, as I mentioned. It could mean us as an object. It could mean to us as a recipient, and it could mean of us as a, you know, like possessive or any kind of like generic relationship. So whenever you see naha, you have all these three options to consider. So here it's definitely the object. So may Kosalendra protect us. Kosalendra who, and here Kosalendra who wondered. Wondered how? Is there an object of wondering?
Vanam.
There is not really an object. There is one verb, anuvanam.
Anuvanam.
It's kind of adverbial. It's like an adverb. Forest to forest. How? Forest to forest. Anuvanam.
It's in continuity. Anuvanam, like forest.
You see, yeah, some kind of, yeah. Anuvanam.
In the that
Next.
whiteboard you have mentioned anu means to continuity. So
Yeah. So other things are there. Tyakta Rajyaha. Let's just line them up together. Mrijita Patharujaha. But there's a Kaladavadahana and Aropita Trastabdhi. Yeah, quite a lineup. So note that they all are in first case singular. So yeah, they line up with Kosalendra. So Tyakta Rajyaha. Is there anything, any word connected to Tyakta Rajyaha?
Gurvarte.
Gurvarte, yeah. Tyakta Raja. Specific word inside either Tyakta or Raja, what is connected to Gurvarte?
Tyakta.
Yeah, Tyakta. Given up for the sake of the senior, meaning here father. Okay. Okay. Tyakta Gurvarte. Okay. Then next is what about Padma Padbhyam? That is on the lotus feet or by means of the lotus feet, where it will be connected.
On two lotus feet.
Sorry?
On two lotus feet.
No. By means of.
Vyacharat.
On the two lotus. Sorry.
Vyacharat.
Yeah, in English you say on his feet, but what actually it means, it means the instrument. Okay. It's idiomatic. In English we express things on, but actually we don't mean like on, like a upari, you know, object placed on another. But what we mean is that by means of. Okay, and that is the meaning of the case. So Padma Padbhyam.
So Padma Padhyam means basically it's on his feet, right? He's going on his feet.
Yeah, in English we say on his feet, but in Sanskrit we think by means of. The third case,
Okay.
Third case used in the sense of karana, instrument.
Okay.
It can also means used in a sense of karana. Okay, here we have pronunciation. Karana, instrument, karana, cause. Okay, but that meaning doesn't fit here. So he moved in by means of his lotus feet. And the next word is priyayaha, of the beloved. Now we can't connect it to anything. Let's keep on reading. Pani sparshakshamabhyam. Okay. Pani sparsha akshamabhyam. That could not tolerate the touch of the hand. Whose hand?
Sita.
Priyayaha.
Priyaya. Beloved. Okay, and this goes to the to Pani. Okay, the hand of the beloved. Okay. Okay, next, Mrijita Patharujo. Let me move things around a bit. Yeah, you see, it's kind of everything green is connected to yaha ultimately. Let me just emphasize it. And yaha kind of is in its turn pointing to Kosalendra. Yeah? So Mrijita Patharuja, whose fatigue from the journey was removed. Yeah? Next word, Harindra Anujabhyam. We decided that this was Anuja, Lakshmana, and Harindra, the king of monkeys, which can actually mean either Sugriva or Hanuman, because both of them kind of assisted Rama in his journey. So let's write it down. And where specifically I'll connect it?
Vyacharat.
Harindra Anujabhyam. No, you see, this is there is something that is closer to it.
अच्छा
Mrijita.
Mrijita, yeah. His fatigue was removed by Lakshmana and the king of Vanaras. Okay, it could be, if it would mean Hanuman as Harindra, it could mean theoretically like he wandered with them. But according to the commentaries, they are actually the excuse me, could you please mute yourself if there is some noise in your face? Yeah. So Harindranuja this is actually the subject. That's why we have it in Tritiya, Bhyam, by, and the passive kriya is Mrijita. Removed by whom? By those two persons. Okay. The next word is
So when we look at the word in the third case, we always have to look for to connect to the word in the first case, is it?
no, not like that. You see, each case has a whole list of meanings that it can express, and you should kind of start collecting in your notes, noting down, like first case, what kind of things it can express, third case, what things it can express, fifth case. So then when you know all this, you can kind of already discern, you can kind of see what fits best. It's kind of you have all the knowledge of the cases and their meaning.
which commentary
Sridhara Swami.
links Sridhara he links Harindranujavyam with Mrijita.
Mrijita Patharuja, yeah. You see, the things can be connected, like like in our case here, it is connected to just one part of the samasa, not to the whole samasa, because the whole samasa speaks about Rama, Rama who has the fatigue, yeah. But within the samasa we have Mrijita, and things can be connected to just Mrijita. That's called that's in Sanskrit called Ekadesha Visheshana. In other words, describing a specific part of the samasa only. So that's actually happening quite often when words are describing just a specific word in the samasa, yeah, and not the whole samasa, so that you can always expect. And next is okay, Vairupya Churpanakyaha. We have Shurpanakha because or from her disfiguration. Okay, let's wait with that for time being. Next, Priya Viraharusha. I have not put it here. Let's put this now. Aropita Bhuvijrimbha Trastabdhihi. The ocean that was fearing, that was scared due to the imposed raising of eyebrows. Okay, and this all ultimately points again to Rama, because he is the source of the fear. Trasta. We have another kriya here. Trasta. The ocean that is fearing. Trasta. So fearing whom? Fearing Rama. Okay, that's the connection. Here this is the word which connects us to Rama. The word Trasta. So we continue our okay. Aropita Bhuvijrimbha Trastabdhi. So now, what about Priya Viraharusha? That is Tritiya, okay? Priya Viraha Rusha. This is the third case, which could be used as a with like accompaniment, or it could be used in a sense of a doer for the passive action. Like here we had Harindranuja Mrijita, removed by younger brother, and it could also mean a cause, or it can mean an instrument. So what do you think?
The cause.
As the cause for what
For
did
his
Rama did?
anger.
What did Rama showed his anger, and that specific moment in the Leela.
Aropita Bru
Yes,
Vijramba.
he showed his anger when he came to the ocean, and ocean was not giving him safe passage. So due to the anger from which was caused by the separation from his beloved, he actually raised his eyebrows and looked at the ocean.
भगवान निद्रा योग उसमें चले गए चतुर्मास में.
Okay, so next is Priyaviraha Rusha. Okay, Vairupya Churpanakyaha. Now let's fix these words, join these words. Of Shurpanaki and one second. And Vairupyat. So this is a fifth case. I'll just help you here. It is in the sense of cause. Okay, so fifth case, just like a third case, can express cause. So due to disfiguration of Shurpanakha, what happened? Can somebody suggest the connection here? Okay.
Separation.
Yes, exactly. The whole thing started when Lakshmana. Oh my God, it's all. Yeah, it's a mess. Yeah, I should have had something smaller. Okay. Anyway. So Vairupyat. Yes, it's connected to separation. Separation due to disfiguration of Shurpanakha, or Shurpanaki, as she is called in this verse. Next, two more words that we didn't have space for up. Badhasetu, which kind of Kosalendra, who built the bridge, and who is the forest fire for the evil, or forest fire. Forest figuratively represents the evil population of Rakshasas. Okay, so I think we have all the words here. Yeah, we have everything here. So a lot of description of the subject, yeah, which basically just by describing the subject, the whole Leela is unveiled. And then yeah, and this is ultimately a prayer. May he protect us. He who is such and such and such, and who wandered around on his very, very soft lotus feet, forest to forest. Okay, anybody for any questions? And then we'll close this verse and go to the next one. It's a long verse, yeah, but many words.
I'm not able to connect Priya Viraha with the other parts of the verse.
But Priya Viraha Rusha, it's connected to Vairupya. So due to the disfiguration,
what it means?
Due to disfiguration, what happened? Happened the separation from the beloved. Then from separation from the beloved, came anger. So priyavira harusha, anger due to the separation from the beloved. And due to that anger, anger was expressed by means of raising the eyebrows that scared the ocean. So it's kind of,
Okay.
it's step by step, it's indirectly connected into the whole chain of the, but one second, the priyavira harusha shouldn't be green because I usually put green as descriptions of the subject. So everything else can be just black, okay? So this is black. Shurpanakyaha, okay? So this is how it is. So basically, okay, I can just take 5 minutes to explain to the newcomers what we are doing here. We take a verse from...
One question.
Yeah.
So one question before that. So the Surpanakyaha is in a sixth case, right?
Yes.
So it's possessive, right? So how come it is a...
well, disfiguration of Shurpanakha.
I see.
It's connected to, Vairupya.
Thank you.
You see, it's not, when we, ultimately all these English grammatical terms as possessive, they don't fully describe the full scope of meaning that is there in the Sanskrit sixth case, understand? So that's why, gradually I think of slowly shifting to Sanskrit terminology, because English terminology, once you start following it literally, it's kind of confusing. Yeah, it's not possessive. You don't possess disfiguration. So what sixth case in Sanskrit actually expresses what we call as possessive in English? It actually expresses sambandha. And which kind of sambandha? Generic sambandha. So this is called sambandha shashti. Shashti means sixth case. Sambandha shashti. So whatever relationships other cases are expressing, which could be, third case expresses the cause, the doer, the accompaniment. Fourth case may express the beneficiary. Fifth case may express the source, the cause, and so on. Seventh case expresses location. So if there is any other relationship which was not expressed by all the other cases, so that is coming in the sixth case, sambandha, generic sambandha. So when there is nothing to be expressed by any other cases, or you use the sixth case. And yes, often it is possessive. Okay, for example, you can say the beauty of Shurpanakha. So rupam, okay, Shurpanakyaha rupam, for example, if we had that, okay, that would be. But here it is not rupam, it's vairupya, which is kind of abstract noun, but still we use the sixth case just to express that generic. Okay, there was a disfiguration of Shurpanakha. Of doesn't mean she possessed it. Of means that she was, in relation to that disfiguration. So that's the sixth case, yeah. Sambandha shashti.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Yeah. So what we are doing here, we analyze basically Sanskrit texts. At this time, I have taken the 2 chapters from the Rama Lila in the 9th canto of the Bhāgavatam. I was inspired by the coming Ramanavami, and I would like to finish these 2 chapters because this is an amazing, beautiful summary and beautiful language, very nice words. It's like kind of a nectar for the grammarian. So at the same time, when you are attending these sessions, we basically look, we first go word for word, look at the endings of words, at their meanings, which we did yesterday. All this was the product of yesterday's meeting. And we basically word for word analysis. Then we proceed and put it all into the one single piece. Because every verse is ultimately a sentence. It's a speech, yeah. So we designate the parts of speech. Okay, these are verbs, object. We have subject, and then we graphically connect all the words which were analyzed by us previously into the graphical scheme. And this way we can see the dynamics of Sanskrit, how all the words are connected, which word is connected to which, how the endings of the words, how they express that connection. Okay, so we discussed the cases, the vibhaktis, you know. So I don't go systematically through Sanskrit grammar in these meetings because you know, it would be difficult to arrange, you know, and then all the people start, you know, from beginning, then those who join later, then how can you kind of accommodate everything into batches? And studying Sanskrit grammar really takes time. So if I would have to enroll a batch, I would have to sit with a batch for, like, you know, if you really go deep, then you know, 1.5 years, 2 years, provided that we are all busy people and working. Okay, that's minimum if you really want to go profoundly. So therefore, I leave that burden to individually to each one of you, basically, because there are plenty of manuals and plenty of study materials about Sanskrit grammar, and each one of you can go through those books. I sent out an email, you know, recommending certain, you know, 2-3 books. But basically, you go to any online store or any like bookstore, get a Sanskrit grammar book of any, you know, publisher, anything, and basically just start learning about the nouns, their endings, their vibhaktis, and then with all that, when you come for these meetings, you kind of apply it all in practice. And instead of making some kind of, you know, really like simple sentences as there usually are in those, you know, study guides, like, okay, Rama went to the village. Okay, Ramaha gramam gatavan. Okay, something simple. We actually apply it on Shastra, on the actual verses, which is slightly more difficult, but this is ultimately what you have to do. So even if you do it from day one, you will learn a lot, because you will see directly how what you learn at your own pace in your grammar, how it is all ultimately, you know, applied in the shastras that many of you are reading on a daily basis, like Bhāgavatam and so on. So I was myself in, you know, 15 years ago when I joined Sanskrit school of Gopi Pranadhana Prabhu. I came from, I had zero grammatical knowledge, had certain intuitive understanding just by learning the shlokas by heart, but I didn't have the technical knowledge to connect it all together. So I sat on similar classes where we used to do this exactly same thing. We would analyze all the words and then put them all on the board, just exactly as you see it on your screens. So this was happening for, like, you know, for 3 years of my study there. Same thing, from in the day 1 I had same class, in the day 3 I had same class. Oh sorry, in the final year I had the same class. Because as you cover the grammar, you know, more you can come to know about more and more things, more and more meanings, more and more endings, more and more verbal tenses. You know, you are able to recognize more things, yeah, as you see. So it becomes kind of very practical, and it's sort of a, you realize all theoretical knowledge that you are learning just by memorizing the tables and the meanings. This is the place to realize it and apply it in practice. Okay, so yes, if anybody has,
Nityananji,
yeah.
I wanted to ask something. You know, there are many books available online. I just checked yesterday, you know, when you come to Sanskrit dictionary or
Yeah.
Sanskrit grammar book. So can you recommend some of them, please, so that we know we don't.
Okay, I can recommend, yeah, you can.
I mean, I enrolled for your course also, and it is really nice. So starting with vowels and consonants. So
Yeah,
I would suggest, you know, everyone to do that.
Yeah, well, just quickly, I can repeat it. I think I sent out an email, but maybe before you were in my list. So that is Devavani Praveshika. This is one book. Then
Can
there
you
is
please write in the chat window so that I can just copy quickly?
Devavani Praveshika. Chat, okay, manage participants, and 1 second. where's the chat? Okay.
Because I did not receive, the list, that email you're talking about. So
Okay.
that's why.
I'll just, this is one of the titles, that you can, it's a kind of a comprehensive overview of the whole grammar that, quite systematic and, can be used for individual study. Okay. So I'm setting up a specific, a website where I will have all the theoretical materials, basic ones, available for download for all the participants of this room. For example, just at least the basic tables of verbal endings, noun endings, the lists of dhatus, and many other interesting, reference PDFs will be there. So, and I will also write there some recommendations on, more advanced grammatic materials. So this is all in the making. For time being, please bear with me. Whatever I can, explain just verbally on these sessions. Yeah. So shall we start in the next?
Hare Krishna.
Yes. Yes, please. Yeah.
Yeah, may you define total syllabus?
I have no
That
syllabus here. It's
no,
practical sessions where
in
we.
this sloka, there are 21 syllabus. So
Sorry?
may you define how?
Syllables.
Yeah,
Okay.
syllables.
That is sragdhara. That is sragdhara. It's a meter called sragdhara. Maybe if some of you are chanting the verse Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavangscha, that is the same meter. Okay, so next verse, text 5.
Hare Krishna. I just want to have one question.
Yeah. Please.
So in the previous verse, the fourth one, just now we did it.
Yeah.
So there seems to be a difference, a gap between Priya, Viraha, Rusha, and Vairupyat. Like
gap
of the story, so to say,
Yes.
means.
I mean, it's just a summary. So Priya Viraha, which resulted from disfiguration of Shurpanaka, because Shurpanaka went and complained, and then Ravan came to know, and all these things happened until Rama came to the bank of the ocean and was angry. So yes, all that gap is left out, because ultimately, how much can you put in one verse? It's kind of a, but still, for those who know Ramayana, it still contains many reminders of different points of the plot.
Yeah, there's one more thing that you mentioned about the Sandik dictionary.
Sandik, yeah, Sandik.
So
you
I
can
went
find it online.
and
Yeah,
but I was unable to download it.
I might include it as a downloadable material from the website, which is now I'm making, if I'll succeed.
Yeah, you find the. I
Otherwise,
also researched.
use other dictionaries which are there available online. Yeah.
I also researched, but it is there for Apple version, Apple MacBook version. For Windows, I think it's a little difficult.
Fine. And in any case, it is all gradually coming. The main thing is that we have kickstarted this initiative, and that is already good. So gradually we are, catching up with the resources and the technicalities of it. So everything will be in time, easily available, and easily accessible.
Nitin, if you can suggest us a dictionary also, like this, I saw the book just now on Amazon, and it's an introduction of Sanskrit language. I mean, a dictionary as a hardbound. This sometimes is
the dictionary.
not getting.
I will right now recommend everyone up there. These are two dictionaries. Vaman Shivram Apte. Actually, that's my favorite. Apte. And there is another one, Monier Williams, which is also very good one. So these two dictionaries.
Yes.
They are in
Yeah.
different. They have abridged versions, like student versions, and they have also unabridged versions. So if you get really unabridged versions, they're really, both of them are excellent. But my personal subjective preference is for Apte. I really love Apte.
Yes, yes. Yesterday, while doing the research, I
Yeah.
saw that Apte is.
Yeah, you don't even think twice. You just go for it. It's really good. Okay, let's do quickly the fifth. Vishwamitra Dhvare. What are the words there?
Vishwamitra,
Yeah, we recognize the name.
Advara,
Yeah. So Advara starts with which are long or short?
short.
Yeah, short Advara. Okay. Those who know Sanskrit words, they're able to kind of spot them. Otherwise, just stay on and you'll get familiar with all the vocabulary. So Vishwamitra is the name of the sage. Sorry, it's a samasa, so we'll put it together. Advara. So what is Advara? Sacrifice.
Religious ceremony.
Yeah, and specifically refers to sacrifice. So sacrifice of Vishwamitra. And this is which case? Advare. Whenever we see a at the end, it is?
Seventh case.
Yeah, noun. It could be masculine, it could be neuter. Advara. Let's look in the dictionary. I'll just Advara. Advara. Advara, masculine case. Neuter would also look same. Advare. Okay. 7-1. Sacrifice of Vishwamitra. In the sacrifice. Next word, yena. Yena. Yena is a pronoun. Okay. Pronoun. Which
In
case?
Tritiya Vibhakti.
Yeah, and
Third case.
gender?
Male, masculine.
Masculine, yeah. Would also mean neuter, but it's here, masculine. Adhare. By whom? It can also mean with whom. It can also mean due to whom. We will see ahead. Okay. Can also mean accompanied with whom. Okay. Marichadya. So what is Marichadya? We recognize the name there.
Maricha is a
And
Rakshas.
Adi.
Yeah, and Adi. What about
Adi.
Adya? Why is Adya? Anyone?
The next consonant, Prabhuji.
Feminine
Marichadya.
plural.
What is the actual ending on the
Marichadyaha.
Yes, Visarga. And why Visarga goes? Because it comes after the long
So Nityananji, here we will pronounce as Adyaha or
No.
Adyaha.
Just Adya. In the verse, Marichadya. Visarga disappears in the verse.
Okay.
Marichadya. So this is plural. And which case?
1.3.
Yeah, plural. Gender we will look a bit later. So Maricha and so on. Next, Nishacharaha.
Prabhuji, what is this 1.33.1, 7.1?
This is the case. This is the Vibhakti and this is Vachana. 1.3 means Prathama Vibhakti Bahuvachana. 1.3.
So from where we can check this, which belong to which?
Or any grammatical material of Sanskrit, any grammar manual, any grammar, book will have tables,
Okay.
where you will see all the endings.
So we can get it in Deva Vani Praveshika.
Yes. It is all there. It will be there. Yeah.
Okay.
So next Nishacharaha, which means actually
Nisha
Nishachara.
and Chara.
The derivation is the beings that move at night.
Right.
And it refers to demoniac entities. So in other words, here it means Rakshasas, okay? Nishacharaha. And it's a noun, and it is, okay, masculine. And it is 1, 3. So therefore, I think Marichadyaha definitely is connected to that. So it's also masculine. Adi, the word Adi is a neuter word. Adi. But it becomes masculine here because it modifies, it describes the Rakshasas, the Nishacharas. What kind of Nishacharas? Maricha and so on. Okay, that's how it is. And then Pashyato. What is there? What is actually the ending?
Pashyataha.
Pashyataha, yeah. We have that Sandhi rule. What part of speech it is? Is it a noun, verb, or anything else?
Verb.
It's a verb, but it's what we call participle.
Oh.
Or let's just use the Sanskrit. Kridanta. Kridanta, participle. Kridantas are words that are made from the verbs. Okay, when you take verbs and apply to them certain suffixes, they produce other words. So pashyataha, okay, we recognize some, pashya, yeah? Pashya means to see, okay?
See.
So pashyataha, it's a kridanta, it's a what we call shatre, or active, present, active, okay? Active. Some kridantas are passive, like tyakta, given up, or mrijita, removed, okay? So this is present active, means seeing, and there is a vibhakti ending applied to it. So the word is actually pashyat. Pashyat, meaning seeing. The seeing person, the person who looks. Okay, maybe looking will be better. The looking person, okay, pashyat. And the aha can have, we can have few options here. It could be 1, 3, 2, 3. It could be 5, 1, 6, 1. We can have 4 options here. Looking, okay. We don't know yet who's looking. Lakshmana Syeva. Syeva. What is there? Lakshmana Syeva. We know Lakshmana. What about that Syeva?
Eva. Lakshmanasya eva.
Lakshmanasya eva. Again, Sandhi. A and A. I. Become I. So Lakshmanasya. Now something is becoming clear. It's a noun, masculine, 6, 1. So I can suspect that Pashyataha, looking, is a description of Lakshmana. So therefore, I remove all those options. Yeah. So probably of Lakshmana who was looking. Okay. Of the looking Lakshmana. Okay. And Eva is a restrictive word. It's an undeclinable decline. Avyaya. Okay, let's just use avyaya shabda. And it's a restrictive. Most often it's used with the restrictive meaning, just to emphasize a certain thing. Yeah. And then hata can mean it could be a feminine word, like Shurpanakhi hata, the Shurpanakhi who was injured or killed, which didn't happen, but, or it could be some another word. In any case, what it means?
Killed.
Killed. Yeah, we have the ta ending, okay? Like tyakta, but it's hata here. Okay, killed. So, and then the next is nairita pungavaha. Nairita pungavaha. Nairita means basically demons, or here refers to the Rakshasas who were in the Rama Lila. And pungavaha, what is pungava? Literally.
Bull.
Male?
Yeah, bull. I also remember it as bull. So when you call someone a bull in Sanskrit, sorry, when you call somebody a bull in Sanskrit, it's actually a compliment. Means a person is really like Purusharshabha. Krishna calls Arjuna Purusharshabha. Purusha Rishabha, the bull among men, means very strong.
man.
Very strong.
Very strong.
Yes,
Very
specifically
strong.
for
Yeah.
Kshatriyas, specifically. And here it also gives a compliment to the demons, because they were not not just some kind of a street bums, but they were quite skillful mayavis and possessed so many powers. So conventionally we just say the best of demons, because start calling everybody bulls, then it sometimes sounds awkward in English. Okay, people get the wrong association. So anyway, so hata is here probably hataha. Okay, therefore, so visarga is again deleted because it comes after the long a. So, and the best of demons is it's noun. It's masculine first case plural. The best of
No,
demons.
that's what I wanted to ask. So instead of hata, hata, it can be taken or it can be taken hataha. So how do you decide there?
When you see the sandhi rules, okay, it could be hata. Okay, for example, it is hata. Could be theoretically, could be feminine.
Right.
Okay, let's presume it's a feminine word. But then in the whole verse, I don't see any single word in the feminine gender. So why would it then be feminine? So just logically, then you eliminate that option. Okay, it must not be feminine. Then another option is okay, if you know the sandhi rules, okay, you presume, okay, it could be a deleted visarga. So then it would be, okay, hata, that could then it could be masculine. Yeah, and then we do see, okay, it would be masculine plural. Then you see, okay, another word in masculine plural, and it very nicely ties together in the context. So, okay, the best of demons were killed. So it's kind of, grammar gives you, the knowledge of grammar gives you a whole range of options. And the more you know grammar, the more options you have to consider whenever you read any shloka. And it kind of, it gives you more, like in video game, you have powers. Your power grows to see all this, syntax. So then you have all these various options in your head that you keep. And then just from the context, from some things which are quite obvious, like Vishwamitra Dhvare, okay, this is obvious 7th case, Yena is an obvious 3-1. So there are always enough of such obvious words in the verse, so that things that are a little bit ambiguous, like hata, you can always kind of determine them from what you have obvious. Yeah. And then you can eliminate the invalid options for this particular verse. Then you are left with something that is actually working here. So this
Nityananji,
yeah.
I have a question. It's the confusion is, when you use the words like hata,
okay.
So when to use that H and underneath the dot, and
okay.
when to exclude it? That's very confusing.
That's when you read about the sandhi rules, you will understand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree. And the last word, the way you pronounce is Nairita, right? Am I
Nairita.
correct?
There, Nairita.
Nairita.
Yes. One
Okay.
ra is Vyanjana, one ra is Swara. So Nairita. Nairita.
Nairita.
Pungavaha.
Pungavaha.
Yeah.
Pungavaha. Okay.
So let's
Thank you.
quickly put it on the you know, make an Anvaya, and that would be good for today. It's so okay. Do you see any verb here, or a word that can act as verb? Maybe it's not a verb directly, but something that can act as a verb.
Pashyata.
Okay, pashyata is one option. What is another option?
Ataha.
Ataha. I like this one. Oh, sorry. Give it a red color. Hata. Okay, killed. Killed. Who is killed? And okay, who is the killer here? Do you see? No, but they are killed. Vishwamitra, it's his yajna. He's not connected with killing. Do you see any word which is connected with? Okay, let's put the subject. Okay, Nairita. Sorry, Pungavaha. So this is an object. This is an object. So who is the subject of killing? They were killed by Yena, exactly. Yes, Yena. This is a passive voice. Okay, karmani prayoga. We call it in Sanskrit karmani prayoga. Passive. In English, it was actually extensively used, but in modern English, it's considered, you know, archaic usage. So people don't use it much. But passive karmani prayoga, passive voice, it's very much in favor by Sanskrit, you know, writers. So killed, the best of demons, killed by whom? And by whom is not a question. It's called a relative pronouns. By whom? Who? And this yena actually points to the previous verse indirectly. It kind of ties together with the 9, 10, 4. Okay. It draws on that verse, points to the subject which was already mentioned there. So Kosalendra, that king of Kosala, by whom? Yeah. The demons were killed. Okay, other words. What about Vishwamitra Dvare?
Location.
Location of the action.
Location of the action, exactly. Locations are connected to actions generally. That please remember. Okay. Okay. Yenam. Okay. Pungavaha. Which demons specifically?
Marichadya.
Okay. Shacharaha. Sorry. Okay. These demons, they were Rakshasas. They roamed at night. And they were Maricha and his friends. Another one. We have 3 more words. The third line. Pashyato Lakshmanasyaiva. So this is actually the most interesting thing in this verse. Why the 6th case? Probably if you don't know it specifically, you will probably not come to the point. So let me explain to you. We have 2 words in the 6th case. Pashyataha Lakshmanasya. Okay, and somewhere there's Eva. So when you It happens rarely, but it does happen. I do see it every now and then. Two words in the sixth case. One of them is a kriya. It's kind of the looking Lakshmana. You know, involves some kind of action. It's a kridanta. So two words in the sixth case. One of them is a kridanta. Can mean what we call genitive absolute. It's in grammar. It's called genitive absolute. What it means? It means it connects to the main action of the sentence. The killed. How they were killed. As Lakshmana was looking. As Lakshmana was looking. It's the unusual, rare usage of the sixth case. It's not a sambandha. There is nothing off. Yeah, it's like, it's an occasion for the main action. As Lakshman was looking, they were killed by Yena. By whom? By the Kausalendra. Okay, so for this thing to happen and to recognize it, you need to have two words in the sixth case. Special usage. So yeah, you remember it for long, because it might not come often, but once it comes and you don't know about it, it can really screw you up if you don't know this. So as Lakshman was looking, and we can add it in our was looking. As Lakshmana was looking. Yeah. This is very, very important. Good to remember forever. Lakshmanasya eval, as Lakshmana was looking. I mean, the Lakshmana who was with him. So we want to stress on the point, as Lakshmana was looking. So now there is another thing that we also learned from grammar. It's not just as Lakshmana was looking, it also implies a certain disregard for Lakshmana. That's anadara. It's called in grammar anadara shashti. Shashti case. So not Rama didn't do it just at Lakshman's vision, as Lakshman was looking, but he kind of, okay, Lakshman is there, but I'll still kill everyone, So this kind of a slight disregard for Lakshmana is implied here. Maybe because Rama Lakshmana also wanted to show his valor by killing different, but Rama just didn't wait for him. He just did a lot of things just by himself without just disregarding. Lakshmana just had to look at it. He couldn't take part. So it does, when you know grammar, you can kind of pick on those interesting implied messages which are implied by different such grammatical constructions, which can enrich your experience when you read Shastra. And yeah, so that's the meaning of this pashyataha Lakshmanasya, unusual meaning of the sixth case. Yeah. Okay, so this is the verse. We are going on with our Leela. Okay, so he has killed many, and okay, he went to Vishwamitra's sacrifice and killed. Next, we'll discuss the breaking of the bow and Swayamvara of Sita. Okay, anyone open for questions? 2-3 questions we can take, and we'll close. How's everybody doing during the lockdown?
Yes.
Can anybody share some briefly something? Well, basically, I can share.
Well, I have a lot of time during lockdown to learn
that's
Sanskrit.
Very, very nice. I actually contacted many of my friends, and everybody is kind of busy in their personal life, whatever they, had some, unaccomplished projects, personal things to do, some studies, so everybody's kind of jumping on that now because the external life is shut
Yeah.
down. So nice.
Yeah.
There's
To be
always some,
honest, this is whatever is happening globally. It's sad to see.
yeah,
But if we see it in a positive way, even if it's
yeah,
lockdown, I'm able to take this Sanskrit course daily because I'm doing work from home. So
mm,
that's a positive aspect of life we have to see. But
yeah.
many
So let's stay
countries
positive.
like it.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
actually, I know around me even, people are actually getting depressed. They're like kind of a external life is shut down, and if you don't have much to do with yourself, internally or
Yeah.
some study, basically you feel kind of lost, and especially you keep on listening to all these depressing news, and it's actually,
Yeah.
to tell you frankly, that is called terrorism. It's a
Yeah.
spreading of fear, which is in
Yeah.
many ways not
All
warranted.
all the negative vibrations
Yes,
as well.
exactly.
So,
It's just I suggest everybody, just limit your news exposure to 5 minutes per day, and that's it. And then just
exactly.
do your things. And please, even though we are so-called locked down, come out come on the balcony, get fresh air, get sunlight, because whatever disease is there, if it's a disease, it's the best thing to stay healthy is the sunlight and fresh air. So
Yes, it's
don't
true.
stay
I agree with you.
indoors at all costs. Somehow find the way, go on the roof, do something. Okay,
Yeah.
so we'll meet tomorrow.
Prabhu,
Yeah.
Prabhu, sorry, because we are not catching up what this thing. So I think what do you have any time to make us to where we should come to from the low, because it looks
Oh,
like it's advanced course
yes.
for us.
Yeah. Well, basically, I will provide in few days the downloadable materials,
Uh-huh.
and I will
Uh-huh.
the book I already suggested on the chat, the Devavani Praveshika. You can somehow order it or get it, or just get any Sanskrit textbook and just start reading in your individual time at your own pace. I'm not rushing anybody that okay, by this week you have to memorize all the, just start slowly every day, little by little, because and then every day coming to this practical application sessions which we are doing here, slowly, you will start understanding more and more. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, don't
So,
wait until you know the whole grammar to do things that we are doing here. You start doing it from the day one, what we are doing here. Just listen to everything. Take your notes. I encourage, please take notes, go over your notes after the meetings, and then gradually, as you individually memorize different tables, the endings, go through your individual textbooks, things will slowly start getting clear and fall into places.
The
okay.
difficult part is to understand
Prabhu,
the meaning of many Sanskrit words.
Yeah, well,
That's
you need dictionary. Okay. And it's like, it's a
yeah.
question of time. The more you read, the more words you know. And
Yeah.
there's just like in any language, first all the words are unknown, but the more you kind of know it. And yeah, so as they say, the things rub off. So even though, yes, I agree, things here could be a bit few steps ahead of the beginners, but even if you are here, you keep listening what we are talking about, and this rubs
Exactly.
off. Don't wait until you know the whole grammar to join this reading room. No,
Yeah.
no. Just come, even if not every day, come at least thrice a week, 4 times a week, whenever you have time, just come over. And I also upload it on YouTube, the previous sessions.
Yes,
And
I saw that. So
so
that's why Nitin and Ji, even if I get a little bit from the daily online sessions, it's
yeah,
helping me out. Maybe I'll not understand everything, but it's a revision and refreshing.
yeah. And just actually, it's all about the thought process. So it
Yes.
kind of the thought process that we are going through, it kind of you catch it. You develop this kind of a thinking pattern, how to understand all these things.
So this is happening every day or every week?
Every day, I will try to do it every day. Or on Monday, I will take a holiday to just go through the coming week verses and prepare. And if sometimes there is some emergency, I will send a mail out to notify you that I am unable to come on. But by default, it's every day except Mondays. Yeah.
Okay. So is there any online book for grammar?
Yeah, you
Online?
can just browse and get any, all the materials. Ultimately, it's all about the same thing. Whichever materials you can have your hands on.
Yeah, whatever is available online, we want to take, because now it is difficult to get from by
There's
post.
plenty online materials nowadays. So just grab onto anything, and every day try to spend, even if 10 times you learn a couple of endings. That's already a big achievement. You will already start. It's already a big step.
So this is called Sanskrit grammar book.
Yeah,
I should look online for
Sanskrit grammar course,
Sanskrit grammar,
whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Prabhu.
And
Krishna.
we'll meet
Thank
tomorrow.
you, Nityananji.
Yeah, I'll
Yes.
gradually upload all the sessions on YouTube, and gradually the website and the materials are slowly coming up.
So what is there on YouTube? Which